say it, I say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what
I have never knew love before. So much before. What a difference a true love's made in my life. So nice, so right. Loving you give me something new that I never felt, never dreamed of. Something's changed, no, it's not the feeling I had before. Oh, it's much, much more. That's all I got. Happy birthday to my baby. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there like that. This show is dedicated to my daughter and not to my singing abilities, obviously. I run my mouth, but I have a hard time controlling my vocals, if you know what I mean. But nah, I just wanted to come to you guys today as a father and a human being and someone who really, really made a choice to be in his daughter's life. Coming up, let's just say my dad wasn't always there. This is not about my story. This is about my daughter. Okay, so I really kind of was all over the place in every which way, and I didn't really have my dad, but I had a lot of father figures. I had a lot of good men that I can look up to and say, hey, you know, you could be somebody, just put your head down to the ground and just keep pushing forward. You can make it. So I had that. And, you know, my dad, too. Later on in my life, he's come in and he gave me a good example of hard work. If nothing else, you know what I'm saying? Show me what it looks like to go to work and get it. And so, that's why I work so hard. Now, with that said, I want to turn my attentions over to my daughter. She is so awesome. She's a nurse, and during the COVID crisis was one of the frontliners ahead of this thing. And I tell you, when you see your daughter do that, when you see her strap up and jump in, lace up her boots to go in and fight for the elderly and the unsung, it just makes you like super duper proud as a father. I kid you not. And I couldn't have did this alone. My wife, Debbie, she's been outstanding. She's been the mother of mothers. I'm talking about some shit, some Brady Bunch mother type shit. You know, some leave it to Beaver Cleaver mothers type shit. Some homegrown, take care of your child shit. And she took care of that child and loved that child even when I didn't. Even when I didn't. And she cared for it. Her, you know, I say it, but it's my baby. And she cared for the child. And she took care of it. And she showed me how to step up my game. Stop running them streets. I was destined for death or jail. Either one. My wife bailed me out. And then I came home, stayed with various relatives. And then my boy Brian, he's white. I say that because of all this racial tension. I feel like I have to mention it. My boy Brian, he brought me in, and he always kept me in his fold, and he showed me his example, and I was able to piggyback and learn. I didn't go in the same direction that he went in. I just used what he was doing as a stepping stone to learn how to do what I wanted to do, and that is control multimedia on every level. So, with that said, I was on my way to being a deadbeat dad and locked up in a prison. And then my daughter really is what kept me grounded. My daughter, I kept thinking about her. I spent so much time in the military away from her. I spent her first year alive on this earth in Korea. And, I didn't have a solid relationship with her because she was with her grandparents. And, boy, they spoiled her to death. I mean, they really spoiled this child. But with that said, I still love my baby. And whether she knew it or not, she would love me too. And I will get emotional a little bit about this because I'm talking about my baby, and it's deeply rooted in my heart, So she's deeply rooted in my heart because she's special, y'all. Mary is special, and so I decided to focus my attentions on my daughter and work. Work as much as I could, spend as much time with her as I can. Play video games, read with her, go over the Bible with her, teach her the Bible, teach her the laws, teach her television, teach her grown-up stuff on TV, teach her how to know what's wrong, what's right. I just never had somebody I could love one like that before. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been bounced all over the place. But I never really had something that was mine and really loved being around me and shit. You know what I mean? And, you have friends and shit, but you're not really. But, my daughter and I have a certain bond that is special. And I'm very glad that I took advantage of it while I could. And so, just watching her grow, and she ain't no punk. My daughter ain't no punk. Straight up, she take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? She go hard with it. She's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And she fought for her respect, her independence. My child, she was a strong spirit at a very young age, and I realized that. And I was just like, yo, I'm not going to hold your wings. You know what I'm saying? I'll flow with you as long as you're flowing correct. And you dedicate yourself to things. And she did. But nothing would prepare me for her understanding the bull crap that goes behind college. She caught the hustle quick, got out of there, went to a technical school, and now she's on the front lines at nursing homes, taking care of 50 COVID patients a day, elderly. And, you call her, she picks up the phone, and she's talking to her peoples. And it's like they're partying. And I'm like, yo, how you partying? They're supposed to be incoherent. My daughter's like, nah, not my patients. My patients are up and at 'em. And it just makes me feel warm inside, and I love her so much for it. Okay. And with that said, the child never gave me no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Go through different ups and downs, especially when you have been programmed to the system of what people say should go down the way you raise a child, and then what is the right way to raise a child. And a child needs a father, her father, or a father figure of some sort to be committed to that child for whatever, good, bad, or indifference. And then for that, you grow within yourself. And her husband is a very nice young man, Kurt. He's been working with my company as my vice president for over 10 years. So he's an amazing superstar. And I love him so much. He's just as much of a star as she is. And maybe for his birthday, I'll do a video for him on how much he means to me. This human being, this person on earth, another person. And this right now is me just expressing how much I love my daughter and how much I'm proud of her. She's been driving Big Willie because, I had to get her a new car off the showroom floor, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a deserving child, you feel me? So when she went to get her Joan, it was on and popping. Anytime she walked in the dealership, Daddy was there with the signature. Get it and go. You feel me? And she honored every single payment. Her and Kurt, they took over the payments and all of that. So they did a good job with that. And eventually built up their credit enough to where they was able to go ahead and rock on their own. And my nigga pulls up in a Mercedes Benz. I would like to say it's my dream car, except that I drive my SUV and I love it so much. But that is a nice vehicle. I tell you that much. It does everything but drives for you. And I thought it was a strategic purchase, and I'm happy that she has it. Her husband bought it for her birthday, and he rocks out. And, because, I'm a dope father-in-law, and all that good stuff. And my wife's a dope mother-in-law, and all that good stuff. Check it. Nigga got me to hook up on 2 moped motorcycles. They ain't fast, but they fast enough for an old cat like me and the old lady to just kind of cruise around in the neighborhood and just kind of take in the sights, So my son-in-law is amazing, guys. Yo, you talk about an amazing human being. I could take up this whole podcast on just him alone, okay? But this is Mary's day, and Mary's time and Mary's moment. So I'm definitely dedicated to seeing that she knows deep down in my heart that I die for my daughter. I would lay down my life and die for my child. Period. You can have it. Because of the joy she brought me in this world. If I was just to calculate 3 years of her life being alive, period. That type of joy right there is so much that I give my life for just those 3 years right there. That's how special Mary has been into my lives as I watched her bless everybody around her. All her friends, her loved ones, always being there. I just want to go ahead and sing your praises today. I'm so grateful God has allowed you to see another year. I'm so grateful that God has kept you even when I wasn't there too. I'm so grateful. I love you so much. I love you. I love you like air. I love you like collard greens and chitlins. I love you like smoked neck bones and collard greens. I love everything about your life. I'm honored to be your father. And I remember when I had a breakthrough with you when you was younger. You may not remember. but we were putting together a birthday party for you, and we invited some of your friends from school. You were about maybe 2 or 3 years old. You was about 3 years old, 3 or 4. I had to give it 4, maybe 5. This is your 5th birthday party. Yep. And so we put things together, whatever. And I finished cooking and had the cake rocking, and people was coming over. And so your friends began to come over. And you had one friend. She was so adorable. Oh, my God. Mixed young lady. So adorable. And I seen her. I said, oh, my God. You're so cute, you know. And you turned around, and you looked at her, and you jumped on my leg, and you said, no, that's my daddy. And I had to explain to you, sometimes young ladies don't have their dads around. I don't know if you remember that lesson, but we talked about it later on. And I just wanted to say that's when, along with the one time when I began to cook, and you was a very finicky eater, and you would say, let me see what you cooking. And then I'd have some eggs. And it was the first time you really looked at my food. I guess you was hungry. I figured you would be. And you looked down and you said, I'll eat those eggs. Those eggs I'll eat. Now, I know you wasn't being, no one's in your house at the time was a good cook except for myself. But you was like, yeah, I'll eat those eggs, and then the bacon and the grits. And then we began to enjoy our taste buds together, trying various dishes. You still hell on the video games. I love playing with you when you come over. Mario Tennis, you be skunking me. But, I think I let you win sometimes. Well, at least the last time I didn't. I think you beat me really good the last time. And I was mad, but I got over it. And, here's to you, baby girl. I'm not going to take up all your day. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to this in parts. I just wanted to express myself and open up my heart to you and to the world of what my daughter means to me and how much I love her. And I know other cats got kids and all of that, and they mean a lot to them as well. And I'm not taking nothing from nobody or no father. Just being in your kid's life is rewarded in and of itself, and I pray that you're able to do that. But this is about me sharing with my audience, past and present, how I feel about children and a father and a daughter. So I probably will never get around to writing my book. Maybe I'll do it next year. But right now, this is my book. And I'm coming to you straight from the heart. And I hope you guys didn't get offended about my little emotional bitchism, because I am sometimes an emotional bitch. Because that's where I've been programmed. But that's another story. But I love Mary. And, she has a nice vehicle. And it's not like she just jumped into a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Mary's been in vehicle after vehicle after vehicle after vehicle, handling her business, her and her husband rocking it out. And they got to this point to where she can do that. He drives the Batmobile. And, everybody has decent vehicles. And fun cars. Not just decent vehicles. We also have fun cars because of Kurt enthusiasm with cars. And we love it. And I love him. And I want to thank my mother-in-law. Yeah. I want to thank my mother-in-law for really supporting her granddaughter. and being there when when I was there and could be there, but didn't have to be there because grandma was like, I already got it. I got the ball. This gonna help you. This what you want to do. Mary, yep. This what I want to do. Grandma was right there with the bonds saved up from kindergarten. I have a Vietnamese mother-in-law who's Vietnamese and Chinese. And I'll tell you this, Mary's grandmother is indeed the strongest woman I ever met in my natural born life. She is mentally stronger than anybody I have ever met. And knowing that Mary has 10% of her genes just lets me know, just gives me confirmation on how special of a human being, how special of a gift that God gave us in Mary. And that's as a father and as a human being, just looking at another human being. I just thank her so much. I thank her that I never had to go pull her off the pole. I thank her because I never had to go searching for my child. She tried it, but you know, that world out there is dangerous. And she don't play that. So it was on and popping when she woke up. Now she's up and God is using her. And I want to support her. I wanted to buy her some nice stuff, but I already bought her every damn thing in the world. The child ever got everything. She never asked for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she deserved everything. And so I was there to see she got it. I was there to see she got it. And I gave it to her for a minute. But, you know, she's a free spirit, so that ain't going to sit good with her. Because I was like, yo, you ain't got to do nothing, nigga. I got you. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to go nowhere. You can go somewhere if you want. You always welcome at home. You don't have to pay rent. I can give you an allowance. I can give you more money. I can give you as much money as you want to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, Dad, you know, I appreciate that. I do. I really do. She said, but that's just not me. I'm not that chick. You can take that money and help other people. You can take the things that you want me to do and use it to help other people. I got this because I'm not just cool in the gang. I'm not just that lounge around, sit around. I have dreams. I have aspirations. I have goals. I have a mission. And I tell you, what a beautiful human being. What a beautiful child of God. A gift of God. Born against all odds. Straight up. A black dad. A mixed mother. White. Chinese. Well, Vietnamese. All of that. Of Asian descent. And never once did this child ever play the victim card. Part of it is probably how I raised her, you know what I'm saying? You know, I wrestled a lot as a child, and I never hurt anybody, and I never broke anybody's bones. I dislocated her shoulder for 5 seconds. I then it turned around and we turned them around and looked at him and was like, huh. And when she said, it said, "Boo-doo-doo," and it flipped right back in. And that's honest to God's truth. Me and that nigga was wrestling. And she's tough. She, you know, so I expected her to want to make it a go on our own. And I tried to do my best to make sure that she stayed focused to her morals and her values. And she chose a very good man in Kurt. I love Kurt. So, next chapter, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my grandkid. All you gotta do is spit it out. And I got it. Her, him, my grandchild, your son and daughter I know, but my grandchild. And we need to get and make that happen 2 or 3 more times so we can have some beautiful babies. Some beautiful black, white, Chinese, Vietnamese babies coming to the world of America and continue to teach the world how to love, how to try to make some sense of life. Because this is it right here. This is what life's about right here. Being able to do this right here for an adorable, kind-hearted, heaven-sent angel child. Now angel woman. I ain't got no regrets. I ain't got no regrets. So I love you. I love my audience. And remember to rate, comment, like, share, subscribe. And if you say I'm wrong, then you better prove you're right. God bless.